Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Brian's Two Cents, and welcome back to my Twilight Zone Review Series, where I'm taking a look at all 156 episodes from the original Twilight Zone show, which I have on Blu-ray collection here, all of them, with all the special features and everything. So today, I've got to get my notes together, but today we're going to go ahead and take a look at episode 5 from season 1, which is Walking Distance, which aired on October 30th, 1959. Was directed by Robert Stevens and written by Rod Serling, who wrote like the first 7 or 8 episodes, I think, of the entire series. This episode stars Gig Young as Martin Sloan, and I can honestly say this is one of my favorite episodes of the entire series. I think it's the best episode so far of season 1, 5 episodes in, and I just love Walking Distance for so many reasons. One, I think the acting's good, especially by Gig Young. He really makes you believe that he is this guy that's longing for the days gone by. And number two, I know I can certainly relate to the theme of this episode of wanting to go home again, basically wanting to sort of longing for the days gone by, those past memories that you have. And I just think the way the episode is delivered is very good. You know, Martin Sloan is now this 36-year-old executive in the big city, not very happy with his job or where things are at right now, and so he happens to stop at this gas station that's like a mile away from his old hometown, where he grew up, and it's the first time in 25 years that he's been around there. And so, well, his car's being repaired and filled with gas. He ends up walking to this town, and right away we could tell something's off. He goes into this old like malt shop, cafe sort of place, and asks for a chocolate soda with 3 scoops of ice cream, and he reminisces about how it used to be 10 cents and ends up being 10 cents. And then he walks around the town and runs into himself as a kid. So we know that as he was walking into town, he walked back into, like, I think 1935 is when it's supposed to take place, 25 years before modern times, at his current age at 36. So the episode just kind of goes from there, and I just love that sort of that stroll down memory lane. And he tries to convince his parents who he is, that he runs into his old house, and he tries to talk to himself as a kid. And I just think it's a very well done episode. And one of my favorite parts of the episode is the conversation he has with his dad towards the end of the episode. And his dad kind of, says, "You are Martin Sloan. I'm not sure why you're here, but you need to leave because you're stealing the spotlight, basically, this summer from the Martin Sloan that belongs here, the 11-year-old." And it's just, I don't know how to describe it. It just kind of gives you the feels. It does me anyway. And one of the best parts of the episode is while he's trying to talk to his younger self on a merry-go-round. His younger self is, of course, scared by this guy, and he ends up falling off the merry-go-round and gets his leg caught underneath and gets injured. And then as soon as that happens, the older Martin Sloan, the 36-year-old, all of a sudden ends up grabbing his knee in pain. It's one of the best parts of the episode, is the fact that he's now going to walk with a limp because he basically, in part, caused the younger Martin Sloan to have this accident that caused him to injure his leg and limp. And I hate time travel movies or shows where somebody goes back and ends up altering the future, but it doesn't really, the consequences aren't really shown. In this episode, they show the consequences, and I really appreciate that about the episode, that he's going to limp now, and even though he learned a lesson, and kind of realized that there could still be better days ahead in his present time, he's still going to limp because of what happened in the past. And I just really like that aspect of the episode. But yeah, he has this conversation with his dad, and then he ends up going back to the malt shop, which is now 1960 or 59, where it's 35 cents now. So he knows he's back now, and but it kind of has a different perspective because his dad questions, were things really so bad from where you were? And Yeah, I don't know. I just love the episode, and it's just kind of a reminder to you've been looking behind you. You should start looking ahead and find merry-go-rounds in your own time, so to speak, as a metaphor. And it's just very well done. The only thing I'll ding this episode for is I'm not sure why Rod Serling narrates like the mid part of the episode. Usually he has a narration at the beginning and the end of the episode, but in this episode he decided to do a narration like in the middle of the episode, which I thought was a little bit overkill. We didn't really need that, and so that's I'm gonna ding it half a point for that. But other than that, this is a 4.5 out of 5 episode for me. One of the very best Twilight Zone episodes. One of the most relatable episodes for me, and I really enjoy Walking Distance. So 4.5 out of 5 for Walking Distance, episode 5 from season 1. Go ahead and comment any thoughts you have about this episode. Do you like it as much or less than I do? Please like this video, hit the little notification bell, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of these upcoming Twilight Zone episode review videos. And also any of my other content that I have on Brian's 2 Cents channel, including sports, politics, and other things that I get into, movie reviews and rankings. So with that being said, hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for watching this review video and hope you're enjoying this series. And we'll see you next time. Bye.